Ah, hello. I'm back and cold. It is snowing outside. So, what better way to enjoy the snow, instead of going outside and playing in it? But, I'm not going to do that because I'm a swamp boy. But instead, we're going to do boring stuff. How does that sound? And by boring stuff, we're actually going to do something kind of important. Um, so first and foremost, I I want to learn more about the Stop Line 3 project because I actually started partaking um in an art challenge for it. All right, so let's learn a little bit more. And I have this notepad here. You know, I have my notepad here, handy dandy notepad. Oh my, yep. All right, I gotta say it's whatever version of Windows I got going on right now. It is huh, huh, okay, neat. Getting a fun window capture here. All right. So anyway, yeah. No wait. I just want to look at my chat. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. Sorry, I just want to have everything lined up well. Well, if this is the case, then would it be better just to put? Oh, that's a big old capture, isn't it? Yeah, we're just gonna do that, okay? All right. Well, back to whatever I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna Chronicles the fight to Stop Line 3. Yeah, a minute long video or 2 minute long video would be good, but copyright. Alright, The Fight to Stop Line 3. Big Oil's Last Stand in Minnesota by Kevin Whelan. I assume, if I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. Alright, tribal nations, communities, and environmental groups in Minnesota have fought for 6 years to stop Canadian oil giant Enbridge Energy from building the massive Line 3 pipeline in northern Minnesota to take oil from Canada's tar sands region to Superior, Wisconsin. Okay. The pipeline violates several treaties with the Okay, that's not what that means. Alright, from the Ojibwe. I am butchering this like no other. Okay, um, what's the word I'm looking for? The indigenous people that established their right to hunt, fish, and gather along the proposed route. The pipeline would cross 200 bodies of water, including the Mississippi River, twice. If built, Line 3 would carry hundreds of thousands of barrels of tar sand crude oil, some of the dirtiest oil in the world, and would contribute to the equivalent of 500 coal plants worth of carbon pollution to the atmosphere. Its carbon footprint would exceed the entire state of Minnesota's, and likely Keystone XL pipeline would extend the economic viability of the ultra-polluting crude oil source in a way that one expert famously called game over for the climate. Alright, Governor Walz authorizes construction despite legal challenges. The fight against Line 3 has gone on for 7 years, but took a sharp turn when Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, MPCA, issued water crossing permits on November 12, 2020. And the Army... USACE, what the fuck? Alright, USACE issued permits on the November 23rd, 2020. Project faced ongoing litigation over grave errors in the Public Utility Commission's Certificate of Need and other issues by Friends of the Headway Waters, Sierra Club, and Honor the Earth, with the White Earth Band of Ojibwe. And if I'm butchering that, I am so sorry. Please know I am trying with utmost respect. Alright, and the Red Lake Band of the Chippewa Indians. The Youth Climate interveners, or interveners and the state of Minnesota's own Department of Commerce. Minnesota's Department of Commerce, DOC, has joined the opposition to Line 3 before the Public Utility Commission under the Dayton administration, after their analysis calculated the social cost of the climate damage at $227 billion. Alright, the DOC is then joined in the lawsuit when the PUC overruled the recommendations of its own administrative law judge to approve the project. Governor Walz faced legal deadlines to refile the suit at the start of his term in 2019 and again in August 2020, and each time, after extensive public discussion and pressure from both sides, stayed the course, keeping the Commerce Department in the lawsuit. Walz said in 2019, projects like Line 3 don't only need a building permit to forward, they also need a social permit. Which seems like you're already not getting that social permit, but okay. Reaction to the move to build the pipeline is still under litigation. A hearing on key cases is expected in April was swift. The bulk of Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, MPCA's Environmental Justice Advisory Group resigned in protest over the permitting decision, saying in a letter to MPCA Commissioner Laura Bishop that we cannot continue to legitimize and provide cover for the MPCA's war on black and brown people. Pipeline opponents rallied over the governor's mansion on November 14th, following the MPCA's decision to issue water crossing permits for Line 3. Red Lake Band of Chippewa and White Earth Band of Ojibwe. Can you tell I'm white yet? And other organizing litigations against Line 3 filed a request for a stay of construction while their cases are being heard in court, but were gravely disappointed in the decision by Governor Tim Walz to note only the Commerce Department to join their request for a stay. Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, a member of the White Earth Band of Ojibwe, publicly reaffirmed her opposition to the project. Despite the opposition, the state issued the last permits on the end of the November, and Canadian Construction Corporation Enbridge, that had been positioning pipes and equipment for years of pre-construction, quickly began construction, transporting thousands of out-of-state workers into Minnesota and amidst the increasingly dire COVID crisis. Oh, okay, so you're like contributing COVID stuff too. Awesome. COVID concerns disregarded December 2nd health. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. On December 2nd, health professionals for a healthy climate held a socially distanced media event and rally in front of the governor's residence in St. Paul. Oof. Hope everyone's staying warm right now. Speakers at the event said more than 4,000 Enbridge workers living and working in close quarters has the potential to develop into a super spreader event. They said if average Minnesotans and small businesses were asked to limit their movements, even curtail holiday celebrations and travel, Big Oil could also do their part in stopping the virus spread across northern Minnesota. The health professionals delivered a petition from statewide medical professionals and scientists in support of their appeal by northern Minnesota residents and health providers, and met with the Department of Health. Later that day, Enbridge updated its COVID compliance plan in response to critiques, though the on-paper commitments did not reassure the health providers. Grassroots resistance shows as legal cases continue to play out. Long-standing grassroots resistance to the pipeline entered the new phase with public actions in multiple locations and dozens of arrests of peaceful water protectors. Native American Anishinaabe organizations have led the movement with groups like Ginu Collective, Honor the Earth, Rise Coalition, and Gitche Gumi Scouts, leading public actions across the construction route along the organization, including MN 350. Action in Northfield against Line 3. Another good video. Go ahead. You guys can watch at your leisure. All right. Indigenous-led resistance to Enbridge Line 3 pipeline threatens Big Oil's last stand, as one headline explains it. The Ginui Collective social media page has lifted up some of the most bold and effective actions by water protectors blocking construction, including a 10-day tree sit and multiple actions where water protectors peacefully lock themselves to construction equipment. Palisades, Mississippi. Palisades, yeah. Mississippi River crossing becomes site of resistance. And point where the Enbridge Corporation has erected a drilling pad for the Line 3's second most Mississippi crossing point has become a flashpoint of resistance where tree sitters held out for 8 days on one side of the road, and a water protector welcome setter with a daily fire and greeter sitting on the other side. On December 4th, water protector Don Godwin sent down the bank of the upper Mississippi with a small group of Mississippi band Anishinaabe women visiting a traditional teaching lodge in Wagenugan. She sat in prayer next to a machine that was on a break from tearing down trees en route, and she, in the honor of Earth Executive Director Leona LeDuc, ultimately led the machine away. The next day, LeDuc was ticketed for trespassing in the same location, as were a group of 5 Allied faith leaders visiting the site. On December 10th, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune reported Enbridge now faces a major roadblock after a ceremonial lodge was constructed along the pipeline route near the Mississippi River, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers ordered work to stop at that specific site on Saturday. On Saturday, December 12th, water protectors blocked the road in front of construction of the drill pad, parting to allow local traffic through while holding back lines of construction vehicles for hours. 5 were cited by the DNR and sheriff's officials. Also on Saturday, December 12th, a group of key Anishinaabe women leaders were called for people to join them at the Line 3 site at Palisades on the following Monday, and in ongoing resistance to the Palisades Crusade. Okay, yeah. If we learn anything from this, is that I'm just bad at butchering names. All right. On Sunday, December 13th, 8 Minnesotan legislators from Rochester, Duluth, Moorhead, and the Twin Cities visited a construction area of North Palisades. If we want to have a livable planet for our future and the generations to come, we simply cannot build a new fossil fuel infrastructure. Right. On Monday, December 14th, 22 water protectors were arrested voicing opposition to Line 3 tar sands and pipeline near the Mississippi River on North Palisades, Minnesota, as a law enforcement and Enbridge crews removed the remaining tree sitters and built a barbed wire fence on the drill pad site. All but one of the 22 were released Tuesday afternoon from the Atkin County Jail, and one was released Wednesday. All right. At the Palisades site, joined a national call for the incoming Biden administration to act swiftly on the climate by including Stop Line 3. On December 17th, Honor the Earth in Minnesota Interfaith Power in Light brought together dozens of faith leaders and supporters, included the Episcopal Bishop of Minnesota, Craig Lolia, for a prayer and solidarity gathering at the site of construction near Palisades. Statewide organization against the Line 3 tar sands pipeline has not been limited to Palisades. A Guinea collective has maintained a camp somewhere along the route for years, tracking pre-construction training activists and engaging in public actions. Engaging with these big companies try to force them to transition away from fossil fuels is about their survival as people. Guinea leader Tara Hauska said in a recent article, the project is one the project is one project among many, but there has to be a point to where we say no more. There has to be a point where we say enough. In recent weeks, repeated action by community-based water protectors and Fond du Lac areas has interrupted Line 3 construction. A key leader in the community efforts is where Tasha Martineau, co-founder of the Gitchigumi Scouts, whose community activities include searching for missing, murdered Indigenous women and relatives. Alright. On Thursday, December 10th, a prayer for the NIBI event led by the Rise Coalition featured a water ceremony and community building along the route is where construction is planned but not stated near Clearwater, Minnesota. On December 16th, Honor the Earth staged a festive community event outside the Enbridge office in Parks Rapids that Leduc described as a salsa party, as an invitation for people from all walks of life to get involved. Widespread advocacy. Numerous Minnesota's and national groups have campaigned against the pipeline, including Minnesota Environmental Partnership, Minnesota Center for Environmental Advocacy, and the Sierra Club North Star chapter. A broad range of social justice advocates and community organizers have spoken out against the project. On Wednesday, December 9th, over 10,000 people have joined a digital rally to take action and support local leaders in the fight against Line 3. Many groups, such as 350.org, are asking the incoming Biden administration to halt the project. Stop Line 3. On the Stop Line 3 National Day of Action, December 11, activists in more than 60 cities with the Stop the Money pipeline visited the dozens of branches of banks, asset managers, insurers who are backing Enbridge's Line 3 to deliver a letter from 40 Indigenous women leaders demanding that they stop funding this tar sands pipeline that threatens the pristine waters of Minnesota in the land of the Anishinaabe. I'm going to get persecuted for my pronunciations, but I deserve it because I should know better. What's next? The Enbridge Corporation says construction is happening along the entire route and expected to take 6 to 9 months. Many community members along the route are fearful that thousands of construction workers pouring in from around the country might buckle stressed healthcare systems in the COVID epidemic and on the danger of being done to precious waters and forests daily. Pipeline opponents are hopeful about the several upcoming legal appeals in the coming Biden administration stated commitment to environmental justice and strong climate appointments, including Gina McCarthy, who signed a letter calling Line 3 a clear danger to our climate, water, and land. The Walton administration faces the contradictory position of litigating against the pipeline while deploying state law enforcement to arrest water protectors. Attorney General Keith Ellison, who passionately opposed Line 3 as a congressman and leading public justice advocate, represents the state commerce department in its lawsuits, but has not taken a public position for or against completion of the project as Attorney General. Oh, that's some words right now. Political observers say Walz must weigh his loyalty to the pair of construction unions that helped him defeat the DFL endorsements gubernation's candidate in the 2018 primary election against the growing power of Minnesota's Native American voters, and the importance of climate change and radical justice to the Democratic base that has elected several new anti-Line 3 candidates to the legislature in 2020. Most of the labor movement has stayed neutral on Line 3, and many larger labor unions take part in coalitions with leading progressive political groups and faith leaders and others who oppose it. Victory in the campaign to stop Line 3, along with the Keystone XL and the proposed pipeline in Canada, could hasten the end of the economically shaky Canadian tar sands industry within the 10 years that scientists say remain to control the worst case scenarios for climate change. Pipelines and climate activists have called on other members to join in resistance to Line 3. A leading opponent of the pipeline, Winona Duke, executive for the director of the Honor the Earth, calls the battle plan over Line 3 ground zero in the battle over climate change. This is the last pipeline, this is the last battle, and this is the battle in Minnesota. We expect thousands of people to join us. Alright, so why do we read all that? Why did I read all that? Well, I can tell you. All right. One, I was in one of the lovely communities that I participate in, Riley Grace Roshan's Discord community. Someone posted in their art section about the art storm to stop line 3. All right, we're gonna let's see. We'll do that, and then we're just gonna let's see. We'll show you I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay. All right. New source. Add source. Browse. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That is. Let's Okay, why? Oh. Hello, I stream sometime. Alright. Here we go. And puppy. Okay. So there we go. This is what we're working on right now, right? This project right over here. Okay, you can't see my mouse now. But yeah, so art storm to stop line 3. Alright. Wednesday, February 17th, which is this Wednesday. Blanket social media with resistance art. How to join. Make any kind of art to make it clear we don't need to stop line 3 on February 17th. Post it online via your own account with the hashtag. Bonus, spread the word by showing your art off in public. And there's a little link to show off my art in public, and I'll probably do that. So I am working on a resistance piece myself because like we don't need any more climate change. Like we don't need this, right? Like we don't need to be wasting our money in this. Like any way you look at it, it's just not a viable thing to do, you know? Like this is like, fuck, like, even for oil companies, this is just a stupid waste of money, like, and I know what you're thinking, wow, but they're oil companies, that's how they make their money. But you could argue that they could take their vast amount of resources that they already have and start investing in cleaner energy so they can get ahead of everybody else that's like fighting to like push this green energy, and they win because bam, like they get the public goodwill, they also making the world better, and they get to keep their money, like they get to keep their hold over the power industry. Like either they're so greedy that they can be stupid about it or whatever, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, Myro, my puppy, has some strong words against line 3 too. But yeah, so we're gonna actually start writing basically what I'm gonna my accompanying post whenever I post my art. All right. We need to stop line 3. Hey, who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? Oh, man. Okay, now go play, okay? Go lay down, okay? Go lay down. Good girl, go lay down. She's a good puppy. Alright, so we need to... Alright, the Biden administration has already pledged to take climate change seriously. Alright. And they start to show that by canceling the permits to the sorry. Alright. Alright. Sorry to show that by showing okay. Acting. And alright, he may be able to do something because it seems like there's some interstate commerce happening, which is I think that I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know everything, but I feel like that would fall under federal jurisdiction if it's interstate. But anyway, against line 3 would not only further here's your voters. If I can type. Alright, so we need to stop line 3. The Biden administration, the Biden administration has already pledged to take climate change seriously, and they started to show that by canceling the permits to the Keystone XL pipeline. Acting against line 3 would not only further commit to his stances of saving our planet, but reassure voters that his platform was sincere in the fight against climate change. Alright. So. Alright. Tangible arguments. We can no longer continue to destroy indigenous lands. We can no longer destroy the indigenous lands. We as a nation have continued to go back on promises we made, right, to this group of people, right. Hold true to our word. It is time that we protect our beauty. For real, like, right? Alright, so like, I know the Mississippi River like flows differently. Alright, like, Yeah, it's weird how the Mississippi River works. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, it would. States. Yeah, man. Find all to keep it. That's true. I will spell check this all. I will spell check it all. Alright. Yeah, we'll just do this, alright? So you can just see what I'm writing right now, alright? Yeah. Alright. Non-existent. Alright. Basically, I just want you guys to get an idea of what I'm doing right now, alright? Trends are huge. Benefits are near non-existent. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so we did the thing. Alright. For real, like, here's the thing. Art Storm to stop line 3. If you want to participate, please. We need to take care of our world, alright? So, please. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that for right now, alright? Okay, so... yeah, I was doing something here. I forget what I was doing. Alright, so... anyway. Yeah. What's that we see? Is that a new name? A new name? Yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm going to actually end stream and then come back on in a bit to, like, just do some stuff, you know? Because I got some errands to run.